Welcome back inside. It is St. Patrick's Day weekend, and so we made the joke earlier. We can't have green beer on air, so we're having green water. Not sure if it's good for you, but it's tasty. Fast 5 topics. We're going to start the timer.
Okay.
And we want to know the questions that people are asking out there. You guys are going to answer them. Will the Red Wings make the playoffs with all these injuries? Yes or no, and why?
I'm going to say no. Look, they're 2 points out right now. I think we'll know more these next 3 games. Chicago, Pittsburgh, Toronto. Those 3 games are coming up. Those are all teams that are ahead of them in the standings. If the Red Wings can win some of those games, they get in. But I don't think so at this point. They still got some injuries to deal with. Zetterberg, the back. I just don't like where the team is right now. I know they won the other night, but I'm going to say no right now.
Stoney, we've got 3 lines of Griffins on the ice. What do you think?
I'd love to disagree with Dave, but I can't. I mean, Datsuk and Zetterberg, the injuries are too tough. Look, the kids have played great. I mean, Tatar with the goal he had the other night in the shootout, but they still have problems. They make defensive mistakes. And he's right, the schedule, the Blackhawks, Toronto, Pittsburgh, their schedule is too hard. Mike Babcock has done a great job. If this team can somehow get to the playoffs, he should be the coach of the year. I just don't see it. I think the future looks a little brighter than we thought because we've seen a lot of the young players develop. But man, oh man, it's going to be a struggle.
Walk with me here as we go on to our next question. Jose Iglesias has got the fastest glove on the Tigers, but we may not see him in the lineup for a while. Shin splints have reportedly sidelined him for much longer than the Tigers thought. It could last for a while. What the heck did the Tigers do at shortstop now?
Well, the big name everybody's mentioned is Stephen Drew, a Scott Boras client like Iglesias. However, he's, by the way, happy birthday, Stephen Drew. He's 31 today. He had a good season last year for the Red Sox. He hit like double digits in home runs. But his OPS throughout the last 5 years, not that strong. His batting average, not that good. Very good fielder. I would not sign him right now. They lose a draft pick because of the compensation. I'd wait and see how Perez and maybe Wirtz, see how they do, and if they can't get the job done, then you make the move. Wait till June, wait till after the draft if it's not too late. I'm not a big Stephen Drew guy. He's okay.
Stoney with the home run on that one. I'm going to be real honest. I say no to Stephen Drew, too. Look, he's played for 3 teams the last 3 years, hasn't hit over 255. I just don't like him as a player right now. I think he's on the downside of his career. I don't think you risk it if you're the Tigers, wasting a draft pick to sign a guy like that. I think you can wait it out. I think maybe you could even get a guy like Omar Infante. He was on a minor league contract with the Reds.
You mean Ramon Santiago?
I'm sorry, Ramon Santiago. I think he was on a minor league contract with the Reds. Maybe a guy like that becomes available.
Bring him back. He's 62 years old. He's had 17 stints with the Tigers. Why not?
I'd rather have Perez.
Yeah, how about that? A little bit more youth. Let's go on to the game that we've been talking about all day. This is the time in the show where we want your predictions. Michigan or Michigan State? Who wins it today, Dave?
Man, I think this is a toss-up. These are 2 really good teams. The fact that Michigan State is healthy right now, the fact that they lost the first 2 games in Michigan, I'm going with Michigan State. I just think it's going to be tough to beat them 3 times in a row. Brandon Dawson, he's the key for me. He did not play in either of the first 2 games against Michigan. He's going to be back on the field. You think I'm drinking some Michigan State
Kool-Aid, baby?
Right now? Look, Michigan State, when they were healthy, they were number 1 early in the year. They're starting to get back there. They're not completely healthy. Keith Appling is still a little bit banged up, but I think they're healthy enough that they can beat Michigan on a neutral court today.
30 seconds.
God, I wish I could disagree with you again. I'm going with the Spartans.
Get a room, you two.
It's crazy because Dawson more defensively than anything else. And also, key to this game is how this game is officiated because Michigan doesn't foul. That's one of the smart things about them. They seem not to be able to get teams a bonus. Yesterday, Michigan State, they fouled a lot. That could be a trouble. I just think that as good as Jordan Morgan's played, if Payne can get the ball down low, and they can play intense Spartan basketball, they will win this game. Takes nothing away from Michigan. I think Michigan State needs it more.
Michigan gets the job done today. That's my prediction. 3 straight. The impossible gets done. They get a 1 seed. They march on. So tonight, when we're all filling out our brackets, everyone wants to know who those number 1 seeds are going to be, who's going to move on to the Final Four. It's one of the most unpredictable years that we've had in college basketball with no real elite teams. End of the day, when we're talking here, Monday from now, who's the national champion, Stoney?
This is tough. I'm going to go with the Florida Gators. They're going to be the number 1 seed overall because they have really good guards and they have seniors. And Billy Donovan in tournaments do really well. There's other teams to look. Cinderella, watch out for they're not the Psychos, the Iowa State Cyclones. Watch out for them. And ladies and gentlemen, we're talking Cinderella.
Dun, dun,
The
dun.
American University Eagles, my alma mater. We're in. I kind of hope Michigan loses because it could be a 2-15 matchup because our team is not going to be better than a 15. So, yes, AU, we're going down, but we're there and we're proud.
If it's Michigan against American, I expect to see you there, Stoney. I expect you at that game. But no, look, if Florida, that's a good pick. I can't argue with them. That's a good team. I got Duke, though. Jabari Parker, he's the best player in the country right now. This time of year, it's about talent. It's about those NBA guys. I just like the way that he's playing. Can you imagine Michigan State, if they got Jabari Parker, what that team would look like right now? Jabari Parker is the real deal. He's a great player. I think Duke wins it all this year.
I think ultimately Kansas gets the job done. They've had ups and downs throughout the year.
Bill Self.
I say they make the run.
Injuries. Big
Yeah, their
injuries.
center without that center.
They make the run down the stretch. That's my pick. Those are our picks. You said it was tough. It is going to be tough. Final topic. We usually leave this for a fun one, but this is one that we've talked about so much already. Ndamukong Suh, does he want to be a Detroit Lion going forward? Does he even want to be here, Stoney?
I think he wants to be here for this year and this year only, have a great year, and then get out of Dodge. I think Ndamukong Suh wants to capitalize on a media market, whether it's New York or someplace else. I think he wants to be a star. He's a great player. I don't think he really wants to be here. And if he did want to be here, he would do everything in his power to free up some money to make his team better, get better players around him. He has not shown the willingness to do that this offseason, which is very disappointing. Great player, but I think Ndamukong is going to be playing for somewhere else after this season.
Is the proof in that pudding that this deal hasn't gotten done yet, Dave?
Look, I wish I had an answer for whether he wants to be here or not. Everybody, myself included, parsed the tweet by his sister a couple years ago that said 2 years till freedom, thinking maybe he didn't want to be here. I don't know that. I cannot kill him for not getting a deal done. I think in the NFL, you have to use what leverage you have if you're a player. These guys have short careers. I know they make a lot of money. I know he's going to make a lot of money on his next contract, but I can't kill him. It's about getting paid in this league. He's going to get paid. I think the Lions will pay him the most amount of money. I think a deal gets done later this summer.
Ooh, from his lips to our ears.
I hope he stays. He's a great player.
I do too. Well, you have his jersey. You were cuddling with it earlier. I remember that. We'll have to get that out there on
Take a
Twitter.
picture of that one.
It's right.